All right, so start by telling me your name and what you do.
My name is Peter Boykin. I'm involved in the IT industry, but I also run for. I'm running for office, U.S. Actually not U.S. North Carolina House District 58, and I'm also a IT social director for the MAGA network.
All right, so you guys are planning to come to a protest tomorrow. Why and what are your intentions?
Well, the intentions was basically this person, David Hogg, and them, they're with the March for Our Lives, which is understandable, but they're here to talk about supposedly gun control, and I basically have reached out multiple times and going, if you want to talk about gun control, you should talk to the leaders. Don't just come here to Greensboro or stir up something and then leave. And me running for office, I'm like, we're just going to counter-protest because we're not protesting everything they say, but we're protesting the way that they're doing it. Like his message is, let's talk about guns, but they use that as an example, but really we're just trying to sign people up and get people to not vote, for the right. So we, as the right, kind of decided that we want to come out here and do a counter-protest. They like to counter-protest our events, so it's about time we throw it back at them and give them a small counter-protest.
All right, and what are you intending to do tomorrow? I know, keeping in mind that these are children.
Yeah.
What is the structure of your protest tomorrow?
Actually, the thing about it is they're going to have their protest. We're kind of on our side, and I've got a speaker. We're just going to be speaking to our group. It's not like we're going out to try to cause any problems. I've told them that me and our groups to go into the park, cause any kind of problems or harassment or anything like that. It's a counter-protest on the outside. But you might say children, they're grown people. They know what they're doing. They're talking about adult subjects, and they're going to have to deal with adult subjects back. But we're not being rude or disrespectful to them.
Okay. About how many people are you expecting?
That is kind of hard to figure out. There's been at least 20 to 50 people interested. It's kind of like in the last minute. I just found out that I can have some speakers. I'm going to go home, go back and try to generate a little bit more buzz for it. Hopefully this might help a little bit as well. And I can't expect a whole lot of people. I know that their side, apparently thousands, but to me, I think they're paid. So we're trying to find organic people who can come out on a Wednesday pretty much right after work. So I'm just be happy if it's just more than just me,
And you're saying, so again, just to reiterate, what is your gripe with the March for Our Lives children?
The March for Our Life young adults, I have an issue with the fact that they're being used as pawns by people who basically are using them to probably try to change the vote. They're not really about the actual issue. They're just used as pawns, and that's the whole point of it. We could really talk about the gun control issues. We could agree on some of the things. I could agree on some of the things, but they're used as an ultimate pawn to basically come out here and try to change people's minds and stir up things. That's the issue I have. Not so much with the individuals. There was another victim there, Kyle, and they completely ignore him because he's on the right. He's a Republican. He believes in guns, So at the end of the day, I'm not protesting them. I have a problem with it. They're just victims, like a lot of people. I'm a victim myself of different things,
All right, is there anything else you would like to add that I didn't ask?
No, I think that's fine. We're just, out here trying to talk about the campaign and also talk about the MAGA network.
All right, so that's all I've got.
Thank
you so much. Thank you. And I'll take the microphone. Trying to multitask. But at least I got you in, so we'll make it work. Thank you so much. I appreciate all the circling to find me.
Oh, no problem.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye. Hey folks, in case you caught any of that, the MAGA Network and my campaign, NC House District 58, Peter Boykin running for NC House District 58. That was kind of the raw footage of me doing a little interview talking about the protest that will be going on tomorrow with the March for Our Lives, with David Hogg and Emma coming out. She wanted to refer to them multiple times as children, but they are young adults. They are talking about young adults. They're talking about adult subjects. And at the end of the day, they talk about adult subjects. They should be treated as young adults. And as such, and if we had sat down, if they want to be sitting down, and I love how high schoolers all of a sudden, children, the liberals, they have no problem comparing people, and messing around with children. All of a sudden there's someone who's actually almost of age, almost in college, high school students, and they're children all of a sudden. They're young adults. They're talking about young adult subjects, gun control, voting. I'm pretty sure they might be old enough to even vote. So who knows? But at the same time, the left will say, hey, you can't talk bad about them because they're children. They're victims. No. They want to talk about adult subjects, we bring adult material and we talk about it. If they want to sit down and talk like adults, young adults they are, we can talk. But at the end of the day, the whole point is you come to my city, you come to Greensboro, and you want to use this gun control issue as an example to basically just be a used pawn for those on the left who are trying to basically change votes because they're upset that Donald Trump was elected president and that he is winning. So this is Peter Boykin from the MAGA Network here in Greensboro, North Carolina. And tomorrow we will be out here outside the Lobara Park, the hot sidewalk area, and I will be out with my speaker system, and we will be speaking. And we're doing a counter protest, but yet we are also at the same time respecting that their protest is going on. We're not here to cause violence. We're not cause too much drama. We're here to do what we can do and give out our free speech equally just like them. God bless. Have a wonderful day.